ప్రీవియస్ క్లాస్లో డిజైన్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ అయిపోయాయి. అబ్స్ట్రాక్షన్, ఆర్కిటెక్చర్, ప్యాటర్న్, మాడ్యులారిటీ ఇవన్నీ అయిపోయాయి. అబ్స్ట్రాక్షన్, ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ వరకు అయింది. నెక్స్ట్ ఇప్పుడు ప్యాటర్న్స్ చూద్దాం. ప్యాటర్న్స్, మాడ్యులారిటీ. Design pattern. What is design pattern? First, a pattern is a name inside which conveys essence of proven solution, a recurring solution for the recurring problem within the certain context, admitting competing concerns. Another way is a design pattern describes a design structure of the to solve a particular design problem. To solve the particular problem, we construct the design structure. Next, each of the design pattern is to provide the description enables the designer to determine whether the pattern is applicable to current work. The pattern can be reused. And next, whether the pattern can be serve as a guide for the developer developing similar. Next, modularity. Next, what is modularity? Software architecture and design patterns embody modularity. The software is divided into separately named and adhesive components, sometimes called as a modules. Software is divided into separately named adhesive components. Software divided into components. These components called as the modules. It has been stated first, modularity is a single attribute of the software that allows the program to be intelligibly manageable. Software divided into different modules like modularity. Here the number of modules are there. Cost of effort. Regions of here cost can be decreased, and software cost to be integrated. Here we take the examples of two problems, C1 and P2. If the provided complexity of P is greater than the perceived complexity of P1, follows the effort required to solve the problem P. Next, information hiding. The concept of modularity leads to software designer of the fundamental question of how to decompose the software solution to obtain the best set of modules. Modularity is nothing but obtain the problem to divide into different modules. Next, principle of information hiding suggests that modules can be characterized by design decisions, and each of them design decisions that hides all others. In other words, modules should be specified to be designed so that information, nothing but algorithms and data, is contained within the module. It is inaccessible to other modules. No need of such information. What is that have no information? It's nothing but information hiding can be for the one module to another module. One module information cannot be accessed to another module information. Cannot be same like this. module is inaccessible to other modules. One module. Hiding implies that effective modularity can be achieved by defining a set of dependent modules that communicate with one another only information necessary to achieve the specific function. Here, abstraction helps to define the procedure or information entities that make up the software. Here, the use of information hiding as a design criteria for the modular computers is the main design criteria. Information hiding. Next is a functional independence. Next design concept, functional independence. The concept of functional independence is a direct outgrowth of modularity and the concepts of abstraction and information hiding. Landmark papers on the software design and Pornos refinement techniques that enhance the modular independence. Here, functional dependence is achieved by developing the modules with a single function and the aversion to exclude the interaction with other modules. So one module is independent to the other module. Like stated another way that design of software but each module addresses specific subfunction of the requirements. It has been simple interface can be viewed from the other part of the program structure. Why independence is important here? Software is software with effective modularity that independent modules. The modules are independent, not depend to the other module. Easier to develop because independent modules is easier to develop because function may be compartmentalized, interfaces are specified. Independent modules are easier to maintain. Next is refinement. Stepwise refinement is a top-down design strategy originally proposed by Nicholas Wirth. Programs developed by successively refining levels of procedural detail. Hierarchy is developed by decomposing monoscopic monoscopic statement of a function procedural abstraction stepwise function until the programming language statements are reached. Refinement is actually a process of elaboration. Refinement is a process of elaboration. We begin with the statement function or description of data that is defined by high level abstraction. That is, statement describe function or information conceptually provides the information about the internal working. Abstraction and refinement are the complementary concepts. Here, abstraction enables the designer to specify the procedure and data. So, here, next one is so previous refinement is completed. It's a top-down strategy. It's a process of elaboration, description of data. Elaboration nothing but process of description of data is defined at the high level abstraction. Statement describe function and information conceptually provides the information about the internal workings of function, internal structure of data. Here refinement helps the designer to reveal the low level details as the design progresses, all these things. Next, refactoring principle. The important design actually suggested by many agile methods. Refactoring is a reorganization technique that specify the design of the component without the changing the function. Refactoring specify the refactoring reorganization of the reorganization technique specifies the design of the component, function, behavior. Refactoring is a process of changing the software in such a way that not alter the external behavior. Changing the way that not alter the external behavior of the code. Improves the internal structure. Refactoring is improving the internal structure in such a way that not alter the external behavior. Improving the internal structure. When the software is refactored, the existing design is examined redundancy, unused design elements, inefficiency, unnecessary algorithms, poorly constructed, inappropriate data structures, any other design failures can be corrected, but to yield better design. For example, first for better design we use the refactoring. First design interaction maybe component exhibit low cohesion. Mainly this is activity used for the reorganization technique. Reorganizing, refactoring the process of changing the software, like changing the algorithms, changing the data structure, all these things. Total refactoring. Next, design the classes. Other principle, design principle. As the design models evolve, software team must be define the design classes. First is refine the analysis class can be provided by design. Classes implement the software infrastructure, support the business solution. There are 5 different types of design classes are there. The design classes are user interface, business domain, process classes, persistent classes. Next classes. User interface classes, all abstraction user interface classes. First one, human computer interaction. In many cases HCI occurs in the context of metaphor checkbook. Design classes interfaces as visual interpretation of the metaphor. Next one is business domain classes. Is a refinement of analysis defined earlier. Identify the attributes, methods are required to implement the element business domain. Attributes to implement the business domain. It's the business domain classes. Process classes. The low level business attractions required to fully manage the business domain classes. Persistent classes. Data stores. Personal customer databases that lives long. It persists beyond the execution of software. Next class is software management control functions that can enable the computer to operate the communicate with the computing environment outside the world. Here software management and control functions can be used here. These classes. These are the design classes. The level of abstraction can be reduced by the analysis class can be transformed into digital representation. So any design concepts in ఉన్నాయి. డిజైన్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ప్రీవియస్లీ అబ్స్ట్రాక్షన్ అయిపోయింది, ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ అయిపోయింది, ప్యాటర్న్ అయిపోయింది, నెక్స్ట్ మోడ్యులారిటీ అయిపోయింది, ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ హైడింగ్, ఫంక్షనల్ డిపెండెన్స్, రిఫైన్మెంట్ అయిపోయింది, రీఫ్యాక్టరింగ్ అయిపోయింది, డిజైన్ క్లాసెస్ అయిపోయింది. సో total design concepts are covered, completed. Next one is next topic design model topic. నెక్స్ట్ ఇప్పుడు డిజైన్ మోడల్ టాపిక్ స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం. వాట్ ఈస్ డిజైన్ మోడల్? డిజైన్ మోడల్ కెన్ బి viewed in two different two different dimensions 3.44 ఇక్కడ ఫిగర్ చూసుకున్నాము డిజైన్ మోడల్లో process dimension indicates the evolution of design model. Design tasks are executed part of the software process. The abstraction dimension represents the level of detail each element of the analysis model transform into design equivalent, then refined iteratively referred to as a figure. Here design model here the elements of design models can be used to the many of the some UML diagrams. UML diagrams use చేస్తాం design model modeling nothing but UML uniform modeling language or used in the analysis model. The difference is that these diagrams can be refined, elaborated in the part of design. More implementation specific detail can be provided. Architecture, structure, style, components reside within the architecture. Interface between the components outside the world are emphasized. Here we use the UML models. The importance next they include data design elements topic start with them. Data design, sometimes called as a data architecture, creates the model of data and information is represented high level abstraction customer user view of data. The data model is then refined into progressively more implementation. Specific representation can be processed by the computer based system. In many software applications, the architecture of data we have profound influence of architecture of the software. Architecture of data influence on the architecture of software. Data architectural elements, designing elements. Structure of data can be always be important part of the software design. At a business level, collection of information can be stored in the all information can be stored in the databases and reorganized into data warehouse. These databases are reorganized in the data warehouse, enables the data mining or knowledge discovery, can be impact success of the business itself. Data design plays an important role. Data design discussed afterwards. Here data warehouse mainly called as a databases can be reorganized in the data warehouse. Reorganize previously we discussed about organize organize again reorganize like changing the structure all these things. Next architectural design elements. Architectural design for the software equivalent to the floor plan of the house. Example, the floor plan depicts the overall layout of the room, size, shape, relationship, doors, windows, in out rooms, movement, overall view of the house. Architectural design elements is nothing but overall view of the software. Architecture model is divided into three sources. Information about the application domain of the software to be built, specific analysis model elements the data flow diagrams and analysis classes, relationship of the collaboration problem at hand. Next one is availability of the architecture patterns, all these things. So this architectural design three sources divide అవుతుంది. First, information about the application domains of the software. Next, specific analysis model implements the data flow diagrams. Next, availability of the architecture pattern. Next, interface design elements into next topic. Interface design for the software can be equivalent to the set of detailed drawing of nodes, all these things. Interface design software. There are three important elements of interface design: user interface, external interface to the other devices, networks, other producer, consumer information, all these things. Next, internal interface between the various design. Internal interface here. First is user interface, next external interface to the other network, next internal interface between the various design components, all these things. Next, interface design elements allows the software to be communicate externally, enables the internal communication or collaboration among the components. This is called as interface design elements. First one is user interface design is a major software engineering action considered in detail afterwards. Design of external interface requires the definitive information about the entity to which information to be sent or received, like this. Next, design of internal interface can be closely aligned to which component level design. Design relations analyze the classes to be represent all operations and messaging schemes required to enable the communication. Here we take an example of UML interface representation of control panel, keypad, wireless PDA, mobile phone. This is UML representation. Next, component level design elements, deployment level design elements are there. Component level design elements are detailed. Here the examples are sensor management. Sensor management can be linked to the sensors. It is equivalent to the example of this component is UML diagrams we have taken. Object oriented software engineering. Component named sensor management is a part of safe home security function, and dashed arrow connect to the component class sensor. Sensor management component perform the function associated with the safe home sensors, including monitoring, configuring the sensors. This is an example of component level design. Next one is a deployment level design example. Here deployment diagrams for safe home. This one we take a control panel and personal computer and CPI server. Here how the software can be functionally and allocated to the computing environment. Deployment, how the deployment can be done, how the executing process. Safe home control panel, safe home houser CPI, internet based one. Here deployment diagram is control panel security. It is linked to the external access personal computer. Here the personal computer security, surveillance, home management, communication, all these are there. It is again linked to the CPS server, homeowner access. Like a deployment can be done. Next one is pattern based software design. Here we use the design patterns. Design pattern can be a set of design forces. Design forces describe the non-functional requirements. Or what are the design patterns are? Design pattern divided into architectural pattern, design patterns, Architecture patterns define the overall structure of the software. Design patterns address the specific element of the design as an aggregation of components. Next is framework. Last topic is framework. Designer may select the reusable mini architecture, provide the generic structural behavior of the family of the software abstraction. Framework is not an architecture pattern, but rather it is a skeleton for the collection of the plug points. Framework is the collection of plug points, enables the adapted to the specific problem domain. A plug point can be enabled the designer integrate the problem specific classes functionality within the object oriented context. Mainly the design of framework is to be argued with the one reusable mini architecture of the application of the software. Can be developed by the limited domain of the application. So this design engineering chapter అయిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ చాప్టర్ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్లో క్రియేటింగ్ ద ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ డిజైన్ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్లో స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం. ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ డిజైన్. So subscribe to my channel Technology Education by PVK. I'm closing the class.